Alexandria, a city founded by Alexander the Great, King of Macedonia, about 2,300 years ago. It was the intellectual capital of the Greek world. Alexander died at the age of 33, but in his very short period of life, he succeeded to create a huge kingdom of Macedonia. The kingdom stretched from Europe, south to Africa, and east to India. He proclaimed himself King of Macedonia in 336 BC. After the death of Alexander the Great, the plan for the ancient library of the Alexandria project has been formed under the rule of Ptolemy I in the year 290 BC. The library was a center for science and literature. The scholars of that time made it the main source of knowledge. Like any other library of modern times, it held a lot of printed material in every field at the time. Alexandria was a major trading port during these times in history, with commercial ships docking at the port frequently. As a result, it had many vessels visiting its port. A law was passed that any trading vessel or visiting caravan would hand over all manuscripts aboard, whether maps or literary books, to be copied as is, then return the manuscripts back to its owners, adding the copies to the library. This enabled the number of books in the library to reach 500,000, making it a source of knowledge and wisdom for knowledge seekers all over the world. Alexandria was a commercial center because of its location as a connection point between 3 continents. It was a big city consisting of 5 districts around the bay, where Alexandria's legendary lighthouse was located. The lighthouse was one of the old 7 wonders of the world, which was destroyed by a massive earthquake. The Bibliotheca Alexandria was a legend land made for culture over 700 years, gathering books of all the world's heritage. In 41 BC, Mark Antony's gift to Cleopatra of 200,000 volumes were dedicated to the library. Stories differed about the destruction of the Bibliotheca Alexandria, yet the most factual story is the one about the Roman ruler of Alexandria, who had set fire to his fleet docking at the harbor to prevent the Egyptians from taking control of the city. Yet the fire spread from the harbor to the city to reach the library and destroy it completely, leaving nothing but a very small part that was also destroyed in 415 AD. And thus, with it, a great civilization perished with it. The revival of ancient Bibliothèque Alexandria project aims to build a universal modern public library to be a center of culture, science, and academic research. The library is to provide scholars and researchers with unique collections and facilities, focusing on ancient and medieval civilization as well as on contemporary disciplines. The library also has valuable collections of science and technology resource materials to help the socio-economic and cultural development studies on Egypt and the region. The location of Bibliothèque Alexandria at Silsila in Shadbi and next to the conference center overlooking the Mediterranean Sea is almost the same site of the ancient library museum complex, where a few remains of the Greco-Roman civilization were recently uncovered. At the panoramic view across the circular eastern port stands the old Mamluk citadel of Qaid Bey, built in 1480 AD on the site of the famous old lighthouse. The hard work of reviving the Alexandria Library went side by side with the full campaign of reviving the city of Alexandria, which had a complete facelift that renewed its bright image of a source of cultural enlightenment to the world. Egypt and UNESCO set out to build one of the largest libraries in the world, housing a collection of books and rare manuscripts from all around the world. After winning an international competition, including some 500 plans, the Norwegian architectural firm of Snøhetta was awarded contracts for landscape and interior design. The size of the library building is 70,000 square meters with a budget of $170 million. This does not include the cost of the land. The most prominent characteristic of the new library design is its circular tilting form, rising from the ground to reveal massive stone walls of Aswan granite engraved with alphabetic inscriptions of the world's languages. The design concept is a simple circle overlooking the sea, partly submerged in a pool of water, which reflects the image of the Egyptian civilization that, in contemporary terms, will illuminate the world and human civilization. The library complex also includes a planetarium for the general public. The design concept is to have an inclined roof that allows indirect daylight to cover the reading areas and a clear view of the sea. The reading space is a vast area divided into levels sloping upwards and supported by columns holding the circular ceiling. The library has vast reading quarters besides the areas set for keeping books that are displayed on shelves. All the library contents, whether books or manuscripts, are classified and arranged and filed by experts using computers where all the data needed are kept for easy access for all visitors. Book contributions has been received from individuals and governments from around the world. The Spanish government has donated a great collection of manuscripts. The manuscripts exhibition is supported by a computer system to help visitors to have a full information about the exhibition. Instructors are also available to help visitors. Biblioteca Alexandria was declared as a non-governmental organization managed by a board of trustees of different expertise. By sunset, Alexandria Library lights up to spread knowledge and culture as it did 2,000 years ago.